Oh my god, and I'm muted! Maggie, just end me. Hello everyone, I don't even know where to begin. I feel like such a mess right now. Because... oh my god, everything just went wrong tonight, what the hell? Ugh, anyways, let me start from the beginning. So basically, if you're just coming in, I have been drawing live for like the last hour and a half, and I only found out just like a couple minutes ago that only like 10 seconds of the stream was recorded on YouTube before it cut connection. But like Streamlabs made it look like I was live the whole time. Like it still said live for like an hour and something minutes, and I was like, okay. And then like all of a sudden I like checked the stream on YouTube just to double check that everything was running okay, and I found out that it had already like ended, and I was like, what? And then I see Maggie and Lisa messaging me like, are you streaming? Oh my gosh. I feel so much stress right now because I was not feeling well today at all, but I pushed myself to stream tonight. And then, like, all that progress I did was not recorded. I don't even have a recording of it anymore. Hello, Maggie and Elisa. Hello, friend. And also, thank you for letting me know I was muted. Yeah, that's me, Elisa. I'm sighing right now. Like, my chest is like... my chest feels tight from stress because I can't believe that all happened, but... let's just start over again. Hello everyone, I'm Tamas Le Fey, and tonight we were supposed to be doing an art stream. Drawing DLC art, oh my gosh, for Elden Ring. But yes, let's just go over the schedule really quick. Yesterday we did DLC, we played basically fighting like the last bosses that we had missed that were optional. So that was pretty fun, and we even found like 2 like crest shields that are kind of related in lore to Rellana and Messmer that I really wanted. And then we finally got to go to the end and fight Needle Knight Letta and her allies, which was like one of the most epic like boss battles, honestly, and emotional too, because I was really attached to a lot of those NPC characters that we befriended, that we ended up having to fight and stuff like that. Except for Thiollier and who ended up being like our 2 companions that fought together with us. That was really nice. And then we also made it to the final boss fight with, spoiler alert, for anyone who have not caught up, but we fought Mikola and his consort Radon. We didn't beat them, so we're going to be beating them on Saturday, as you can see, which is going to be part 14 and hopefully the finale. And then maybe do some of the last 2 bosses that we might have missed, like some dragon bosses, but it's mostly for like leveling up. But that's pretty much the schedule for this week. We're just doing an art stream tonight and finale of the DLC hopefully Saturday. Well, that said, let me go ahead and try and open again quick time so I can show my art. Oh my god, I'm just so upset right now. I'm sorry this stream is starting off really awkward and kinda awful. But yes, this was what I was working on this whole time for the last hour and a half. I was drawing Thiollier and St.Trina, and it kills me that I have no progress of it anymore. Like, I put so much work into this and it's just all gone. All the recording process is just gone from existence. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I just wanted to draw Thiollier because I really love his character, especially like after he showed up to help us last night in like the boss fight, because he had like 0 self-confidence in himself when we first like met him, but then like by the time it came to like fighting Letta and the other allies, it's like he just grew so much in character. I find him so endearing. So I really wanted to draw him with St.Trina, with her really comforting him and stuff like that. Oh boy. But yeah, we were basically trying to work on the petals Oh my gosh, hold on. I think my pencil might have died. Alright. I think I had to charge it for a couple of minutes, but while we're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and show what I did earlier today, actually. And if you follow me on, like, my social media, you've probably seen it already. I just want to have something to look at while we just sit here and chat, because I need to charge the pencil really quick. Oh my god, it's so vibrant on the screen. I feel like it's even more vibrant than on my iPad. There we go. And we'll lock that. Okay. There you go, Pogi. So yeah, while my pencil's charging, we can talk a little bit about the DLC and this drawing. So basically, like I said, at the end of the last stream, we got to the final boss fight where we were fighting Radahn and Miquella. And even though it's like a very interesting, like, dynamic, especially like the contrasts between like their character designs, like Radahn's like this very big bulky character, and then like Miquella's a lot more softer, and I find it interesting, but at the same time very confusing and a bit out of nowhere, to be honest, because there's no, as far as I'm aware, there's no real connection or lore between Miquella and Radahn in the main game that I'm aware of. And even in the DLC, there wasn't any hints, really, towards them having any sort of, like, relationship or some sort of, like, connection or whatever. It's only until we, like, had to, like, help out with, like, Ansbach and Freya, like, basically finding some, like, letters near the end at, like, the Shadow Keep and stuff like that, that you find out, oh, Miquella has this plan to, like, use Mohg's body to, like, revive Radahn so that Radahn can be his consort, but besides that, it's like, I don't really see any other connection before that, and it just feels kind of weird to me, I guess, lore-wise. Like, I'm not really, it just comes out really out of nowhere, and I feel like it is a bit of a missed opportunity that we could have had instead maybe Godwyn as Miquella's consort and the final boss, because, and that's what I drew here, is Godwyn with Miquella, because out of, like, I think 3 characters that people wanted to see the most in the DLC, it was like Godwyn, Miquella, and the Glowmite Queen, which are like 3 like really important characters that we always would like hear about in the main game, but we never actually get to see. Besides like Godwyn in his already like Prince of Death form. Join the Midan hate team. It's like, I don't know if I hate it, but it's just like, I mean, because I kind of like the concept, but to me it just feels very kind of out of nowhere, since like there's no lore really leading up to that conclusion in both the main game and the DLC, except for, like I said, the random note saying that he decided to like use Mohg to revive Radahn. Like, I'm just kind of confused about all of it, to be honest. So, but in Godwyn's case, like I said, he's one of like the main mysterious characters of the main game that me and a lot of other players were really curious about and hoping that the DLC would like reveal more on. And it's just sadly like nothing really with the Glowmite Queen, though there is an interesting video that I watched recently where someone discussed the possibility of like the Glowmite Queen being both Messmer and Rellana's mother. but I won't really get into that right now. But besides that, there's nothing really on Godwin either, but there is more of Godwin in the DLC than there is Radahn, because on the last stream we actually came across 2 bosses that are like dungeon bosses called the Death Knights, and they're supposed to be Godwin's protectors, and they like ended up like guarding like the cadaver surrogates of like his Prince of Death form, and there's like 2 of them that are actually in the Realm of Shadow, like hidden in these dungeons. So it's like interesting that you have like Godwin's knights here, and even like, you know, Godwin's cadaver body like laying about the Realm of Shadow. And it feels like that should be something that's leading towards some like reveal about him, but this just, it's just nothing is ever really revealed besides that from what I found. But even that's more than Radahn, I feel like. And in the main game, Godwin and Miquella do have a relationship in that game where it seems like they were on good terms, and Miquella was even like kind of devastated when he found out about Godwin's fate after like the Night of the Black Knives. And he even tried to see if he could find a way to like help him in his situation, to like free him from like that cursed like state that he was in. So it's like, I feel like if maybe that would have made more sense in the DLC if he was trying to revive Godwin, like find a way to do that. And so that's basically the concept behind this sketch that I did today, was like, because I was thinking there's 2 ways I would have loved to see the final boss fight. I would have loved to see either kind of like this contrast of this dark form of the Prince of Death of Godwin with like this like divine like angelic Miquella paired together, or maybe like Godwin being reborn in like from Mohg's remains, which would make sense in a way that like Miquella's trying to bring Godwin back by using Mohg. That would make a lot more sense than Radahn, I feel like. And then we could have fought basically like Godwin in his prime, which would have been really cool, because like I imagine Godwin would probably have maybe like some like lightning like incantations from like his relationship with the dragon like Fortisax. I just think it would have been so cool having like these 2 like brothers that are like with blinding like divine light, or like a contrast of like Godwin's Prince of Death form with Miquella would have been so cool and make much more sense. Can you believe that little twink was there during the Battle of Aeonia and did not save his sister? Is that what happened? Was he there? Cause I don't know if that's been revealed yet in my DLC playthrough. He was there the whole time? That'd be crazy. Oh my gosh. Cause yeah, I still don't know, from what I've seen, I still don't know why that happened. So yeah, that's just kind of like my feelings about it. It's like, I find the dynamic of Radahn and Miquella interesting, but I just feel like there's just not enough lore for me that I know of yet to really like understand why we're even fighting Radahn, or why Miquella would bring him back versus someone like Godwin, who he actually seemed to have an actual like relationship with, and like would have came kind of full circle with like the main game like lore. Yeah, it was in Freya's conversation. Oh, did she say it somewhere like at like the Shadow Keep, or was it like some other place that she talked to us? Because I don't really remember her discussing Miquella being there. I can't believe he was at the, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Not him being there when that happened. And also, I do feel kind of in a way that, yes, it's cool seeing Radon in his prime, but a lot of his like movesets are similar to how you like when you fight him in the main game. And I don't know if they're trying to kind of play off that like in a way nostalgic feeling of the Radon Festival battle with him and you with your like companions, because you have Thiollier and Ansbach helping you if you summon them. Kind of like when you have like the NPCs to summon for the Radon Festival. It's like, yeah, that's kind of cool and like has like the nostalgic feeling of like, oh man, yes, I remember that feeling of fighting with everyone together. It's like cool, but at the same time, I don't know if I should say it feels a little bit like a cop-out. But it's just like, dang, you kind of like expect for like the DLC final boss to be kind of like a completely new boss in a way, instead of bringing back like someone you already fought in the main game. And even though his movesets are different once he has Miquella with him in the second phase, I think it just would have been a lot more fascinating to have a completely new character that you meet in the DLC like Godwin. I think it was the specimen room. She said Miquella was curing her scarlet rot. Oh yeah, I do remember her mentioning that. I guess it just didn't really click to me. That makes sense, yeah, that she would have scarlet rot from after the battle. And that he had cured her. Yeah, that makes actual sense. I guess it just didn't click to me at the time. Hello! Oh my gosh. I hope I'm not gonna butcher your name. Thotomorphon? Hello! We are supposed to be drawing right now, but I had to charge my pencil. And I actually had been drawing for the last hour and a half, but it turns out my stream had stopped really early and I didn't know until like recently. So yeah, I had to start a new stream up, but before we could make any progress I had to charge my pencil. So we're just discussing a sketch I did today of like an idea of Godwin instead of Radon being the final boss with Miquella in the DLC. Let me see, I think it's probably charged enough now. We can probably go ahead and take the pencil out. Let me see. Yeah, it's pretty much charged. We can start drawing again. My crush just said she liked me. We're both 13. She knows languages. What do I do? 13? Oh my goodness. I'm not sure if you should be on my streams. I mean, and also I don't know if that has anything to do with the stream as well. I don't know. I don't think this is necessarily the stream to be asking that. Yeah, honestly, if you're 13, I don't think you should necessarily be on my stream. Oh gosh, okay, let me reconnect the iPad. Is it on? Oh, I might have to reconnect. Wait, your content can't be that bad? It's not, but Why is it not connecting? Oh, I didn't... Hold on. Have a good night. You too. I don't know why it's not connecting. What the hell? There we go. I don't know why it wasn't doing it. Okay. We'll put Godwin and Mikola away. But yeah, for anyone coming in, we're working on Thiollier and St.Trina tonight, so far at least. Because we're probably going to draw some other stuff besides just them, but this was what I was working on for the past hour and a half. Loving Mikola and Godwin there. I do actually like Mikola. Yeah, I find Mikola really interesting. Personally, I feel like he wasn't trying to, you know, what do you call it? I feel like he had good intentions, but I think the big mistake that he made was discarding, like, important parts of himself, like, especially, like, love. Like, I feel like that part is something that's very important to have in oneself, and like kind of shedding that was probably a mistake on his part. But I feel like he probably had good intentions. I feel like he wanted the world to be a better place. I just think he maybe went about things the wrong way. Okay. But yeah, I did mention earlier the reason why I was saying that I don't know if like minors should be watching my streams, because I do curse a lot in my streams sometimes, especially if I'm if I'm like gaming or something like that. And even though like I try to keep things, you know, like not like too inappropriate or anything like that, because I don't really like discussing things that are too inappropriate, but I just feel like this might not be the best like space for minors, exactly, at least for my comfort. Hold on, I'm trying to fold something right here. Okay. Let's try and finish up this petal. So what I was trying to do is make it, because I think the petals are supposed to be sort of like St.Trina's dress in a way. Hello, Mello! How are you? Oh my gosh, Mello, you just reminded me. I need to get back to you on Instagram. I just fallen so behind on my DMs. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, but I hope you're doing well. But yeah, I think basically for the St.Trina plant or her body, it's like I think the petals are supposed to be both her dress and her hair. And I'm kind of trying to make it so it's kind of cradling Thiollier. Oh, it's totally okay. No worries. I'm doing well. I love how elegant this looks. Aw, thank you, Mello. Yeah, I'm trying my best. It's been a rough night. Lisa crying. How did you like the House of the Dragon finale? I feel like it... Honestly, I feel like it suffered probably mostly because of HBO having to cut the season by like 2 episodes, because that didn't feel like a finale episode. It felt more like an episode within the season, because like it felt like it was leading up to maybe like the last 2 episodes, and like basically with where it ended, it was like you have like the pirates from the Triarchy basically heading for the Gullets. And not to talk any spoiler talk yet, but the Gullet's supposed to be a really huge event, and I had a feeling that season 2 might end on the Gullets, and I feel like if they had had like the last 2 episodes, that last episode that would have been episode 10 probably would have been the Gullet episode. But instead they ended up having to cut it. So it feels very kind of awkward for a season finale ending. Yeah, it was a good episode, but man, but they edged us. Yeah, pretty much. And like it just felt like there was a lot of wasted time in certain scenes that I wasn't really crazy about. Like I think the one that upset me the most was probably Thailand having like 10 minutes of screen time with the Triarchy pirates. I felt like that time could have been divided a lot more better instead of just focusing on that. Like I feel like him with the pirates could have been done in at least 1 scene, if not by the 2nd scene. And the whole thing with him like partying with them, and like the joke of like him having like making babies with like the leader's wives was just kind of like, I don't really care to like watch this in the finale episode when there's so many other important things that we could be focusing on. Yeah, I didn't want to see Thailand mud wrestling. Exactly, because it's like, okay, you already know that he's struggling with like negotiations and stuff like that. But I just feel like it could have been done better. It just felt like such wasted screen time. And even if they kept the mud wrestling thing in, it's like the 3rd scene felt the most unnecessary, because she had already, or the leader had already agreed to, you know, like help them out. So we really didn't need to see them like having that whole awkward party thing. And then I didn't like how they basically made Reyna like run throughout the entire episode trying to find Sheepstealer, just to be like, oh, she found the dragon at then. I guess she'll have to wait for another 2 years to see if she'll claim the dragon. It's like, really? What the hell is wrong with you people? Oh my gosh. I think my favorite part of the episode was actually the conversation between Alan and Corliss, because I felt like that was a really important conversation that had to be had between them. And also just the performances were just really great too. But it was like that, and I guess maybe Damon finally like bending the knee and like, you know, confirming that he's still like, what do you call it, loyal to Rhaenyra. I feel like were probably like my favorite parts of the episode. But even with like Damon, you know, confirming again, even that scene I had kind of like issues with it, if I'm being honest. Yeah, those 2 minutes of Cregan did more for the season than Thailand. Sheepstealer? Cliffhanger? Oh my gosh, and poor Rhaena, girl's just stranded out there for 2 years. I wish we got to see Daeron at least once. I guess they didn't even cast him yet, though. See, that was my problem, too. It's like, they keep... Because they did this with Jacaerys as well. That kind of made me upset. Because in the earlier part of the season, they made it like a little preview of like Vermax with him at the Twins. And it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna finally see Vermax. I've been waiting to see this dragon for like 2 seasons, and as far as like him being like older, because we only got to see Vermax when he was a baby. And it's like, Jace has been flying around season 1 and 2 back and forth between the North and Dragonstone, and then he even flew to the Twins, and we never see Jace flying his dragon or even seeing him with Vermax, or even Vermax at all, outside of like that weird side view and then like a blurry image in the background. It's like, really? He's been flying around on Vermax back and forth across Westeros and we never see him with his fucking dragon? Like, that kind of pissed me off. And that was another thing that frustrated me, is that with like Tylan, they gave Tylan 10 minutes of him having all this screen time with the Triarchy, when Jace was supposed to be having these really important scenes with like Jane Eyre and him bonding with like Cregan, because his relationship with Cregan is really important, especially with as far as what happens with the rest of like the war. And we just never see that outside of them talking on the wall. But like Tylan gets like 10 minutes of like mud wrestling and like jokes about having sex with like the Triarchy's like leaders' wives or whatever. It's just like, wow, okay. It's just kind of frustrating, because I really like the show. I do like the show and I want it to succeed, and I was actually giving this season a lot of like I feel like I defended a lot of parts of this season, because even though there's definitely things that I didn't like, I was kind of like, you know, there's at the same time a lot of things I did like, so I was kind of sticking with it. But I feel like the season finale was just like, I can't even really defend this episode, to be honest. Like, it was just a mess. And I didn't like how in the first episode, the time they could have spent showing Jace like bonding with like Cregan better, they had to like give us a recap on, oh, the Starks sending like people to the walls. We gotta remind you guys about the wall. And I'm just like, we could have just had them in Winterfell talking things out, I feel like. Jace has the most mileage and not a single scene of him flying. Yeah, it's like really frustrating. I feel like a lot of his efforts were kind of, I don't know what the word is off the top of my head. And it just feels like his efforts were kind of like a cliff note in season 2. And then they spent like most of season 2 making Jace like kind of just pouting throughout it, which kind of frustrates me, because if like you don't know anything about Jace outside of the show, I feel like it kind of paints like not a great image of him. Even though I do feel like people were still able to kind of understand where he was coming from as far as like things he was worried about. But I just feel like they kind of leaned too hard into his insecurities to the point that it came off like he was hating on like the small folk in a way. I don't know, it was just weird. Especially with like the whole Gullet episode coming up, I'm just like, I really wish they had spent more time doing Jace a little bit better. Let's see. I love Renaissance, so I was happy it at least ended on their combo. Olivia Cook and Emma Darcy are just so powerful in scenes together. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the greatest fan of like Alicent. In fact, I don't really, if I'm being honest, I don't really like her character in the show. And even though I did like Renaissance in like the first season, I feel like by second season I was very frustrated with Alicent's character that I couldn't really like ship them together anymore. Because like Alicent was very, I feel like in the first season she was, what do you call it? Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word in my head. But basically, like, she was coming on kind of, like, strong with the whole, like, constantly telling Viserys, like, Rhaenyra's kids are bastards and stuff like that, and kind of, like, basically teaching her kids to view their, like, relatives that way. And it affected, like, their relationships and stuff like that. And she was the one that kind of pushed the whole thing of putting, like, Aegon on the throne. But then by, like, season 2, it's like, she's kind of trying to, like, wash her hands of that. And I know Rhaenyra kind of calls her out on that in, like, the last episode. And, you know, the performance between Emma Darcy and Olivia Cook were really good in that scene. I just did find it kind of, like, frustrating that it kind of, I don't feel like it fit well as far as, like, the story goes, because I already had mixed feelings about, like, Rhaenyra risking her life to go to King's Landing earlier in the season. But it's like, okay, I can kind of see it because they do have, you know, people who are, like, still in King's Landing to, like, help them out and stuff like that. So I could kind of see that, you know, playing out. But what I didn't understand was how Alicent was able to just, like, come into, like, Dragonstone. I feel like that was a situation that would be a lot harder for her to just kind of come in. Especially people knowing who she is. And then, like, just kind of casually bringing her to, like, Rhaenyra. I feel like they probably would have, like, had her, you know, under guard more instead of just bringing her to, like, Rhaenyra's, like, area or whatever when she's trying to sleep and stuff. So I didn't really feel like that made too much sense. But, like, the performance was, like, good between them. I just wasn't personally a fan of it, to be honest. And I also feel like in season 1, like, Alicent really cared about, you know, I feel like she was, her whole thing was, the reason why she's trying to put her kid is on the throne is so that she's trying to protect them in a way. But by, like, season 2, I feel like that's kind of gone away when she should be a lot more, like, protective and upset when things happen. And I mean, like, Rhaenyra was kind of the same way too. I feel like Rhaenyra probably should have been a lot more upset too with, like, Lucerys dying. I feel like the reactions of both characters, and maybe Helena's, were not what I was expecting. Cause, like, all three of them lost people that they really cared about, like their kids and grandchild. And I don't feel like we really got to see them react in a way that's, I feel like would have been, I guess, more believable, I guess. Because, like, they were upset when it first happened, but then after, like, one episode, it feels like almost like it's just been kind of, like, forgotten in a way. Like, I don't feel like I would be on speaking terms with somebody if, like, they did something or someone associated with them did something to, like, brutally end the life of, like, my child or grandchild. Like, especially with, like, Helena, I'm like, Helena actually had to witness what happened to her son. I feel like witnessing something like that would just be, just completely break the psyche, I feel like, in a way. And I know they did this whole thing of, like, tying her in with being, like, a dreamer, so she kind of, like, already knows that things are gonna happen, but I feel like even then it's still kind of devastating to still experience it. That's totally fair. I know most people dislike Allison, and I do agree how it was weird that Allison just appeared on Dragonstone. Yeah, it's like, I don't know how she was able to do that without, like, the guards, really. Like, I feel like they would have, like, arrested her, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, they know she's, like, on the enemy side for them, so I don't think they would have just, like, casually had her, like, waiting in the living room of Dragonstone, and, like, wake up Rhaenyra, like, oh, hey, Allison's here, like, what? So yeah, I just feel like the season finale was a little bit of a mess. And maybe it would have been just, it wouldn't have been so bad if they had, like, you know, the last 2 episodes to follow up on. But I feel like because it just ends there, and we all have to wait for like 2 years to find out more, it is just a bit of like a what the hell kind of thing. I think it really did suffer from the 2 episodes that they cut off. And that's another thing. They teased like Daeron and Tessarion. And that's why I was kind of mentioning the whole thing with like Jace and Vermax earlier, where they teased like Vermax at like the twins, like we're gonna see Vermax. But then they don't actually really show him besides what we saw in the teaser. And they did the same thing with like Daeron and Tessarion, where it's like, oh, you're gonna see them in the finale. Look at them flying over the Hightower army, and then they just show you the exact same teaser in the finale and don't follow up with anything. I feel like they probably should have properly, you know, introduced him in the finale, but I do think it probably was like a casting issue and a budget issue as well, that they probably didn't have Daeron casted yet, and they probably ran out of like budget for like showing like Tessarion and maybe even Vermax. So it kind of just sucks that happened. I wish we could have seen like more. I was shocked to see, like, Otto, though. Like, being locked up, I was like, brother, what happened to you? I'm assuming it was Laris that probably locked him up, because he probably saw his opportunity when he got fired, that he was like, okay, I need to make sure this guy does not come back, because I gotta keep so I can be like Hand. So I feel like Laris probably locked him up. I think it's ridiculous that the screenwriters try to portray every character as complex, but somehow brush over the fact that their children are killed. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I feel like they should have been... Like, the weight of those losses should have really been felt throughout the whole season, I feel like. Because that's what really drives, like, Rhaenyra to want to have, you know... I mean, besides her throne and stuff like that, it's like, that was kind of like breaking the camel's back for her, was losing Lucerys like that. And then I feel like the same thing for, like, the Greens, which, I mean, they did show at least Aegon's, like, reaction. I feel like with Aegon, at least they properly showed that he was grieving his son, but I don't feel like they showed it as much with, like, maybe Alicent and Helena outside of, like, the following episode when it happens. It's like they kind of show them being upset when it first happens and then, like, at the funeral, but then after that I don't feel like it was a weight that carried further into the series of the second season. I laughed at Otto. Yeah, I was like, what happened to you, bro? Like, what are you doing in there? Oh my god. Let me see. Maybe I should do a pink. Okay, yeah, we'll do a pink for her skin. Where's her hands? I didn't mind the Scooby-Doo Damon, to be honest, but him and his mother was weird. Could have done without that. Yeah, same. It's like... I felt like the whole thing of him being haunted in Harrenhal was a little bit too drawn out. It's like a couple episodes, sure. Like maybe like 2 episodes. But the whole season, I was like, my god. He's being haunted for the entire season. And the whole thing with his mom was just too much. It was like... It's like, I understand that there's, like, you know, a lot of incest in the show, but it's like, that felt just, like, completely out of nowhere. I think we're almost done with this. I just wanted to color her more purple so she can, like, contrast Thiollier more. And then... maybe we'll, like, erase Thiollier on, like, the overlapping parts. Oh man, I'm still so sad that it didn't record all the progress of drawing Thiollier and St.Trina. I just can't believe it. It's just like, why? Why did Streamlabs have to cut out like that? I don't think the screenwriters even remember that she existed. It was unnecessary dirt they put on Damon in season 1 anyway. Yeah, I really don't know what. I feel like sometimes they always try to lean too much on like shock value, and it's like shock value isn't everything. Especially if it's gonna be just feel like unnecessary. Also, oh my gosh, okay. They actually shared, I think it was like maybe in like the BTS of the finale episode, but they, you know how like Corlys renamed his ship the Queen Who Never Was after Rhaenys? Apparently the actual like figurehead of the ship is like a wooden sculpture of Rhaenys, and they don't even show it in the episode. Like they had the prop designers put all that effort to make it look like Rhaenys, and they didn't even show it in the episode, like a close-up of it. I was like, that it looks so beautiful, and they didn't even reveal it outside of him naming the ship. I was just like, what? Why did they do that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. But yeah, it sucks that we didn't get to see, you know, Vermax and Tessarion, which I would have loved to see Tessarion. Like, I've been waiting to see a blue dragon in this series because we haven't seen Dreamfire at all except for like her in the dragon pit, but you couldn't even tell that she was blue because of the fire. But I've been waiting to see like a really blue dragon, and I am so excited for Tessarion because even from that faraway shot you can tell how like blue and like copper like her wings are, so I'm very excited. I'm excited for the Blue Queen. But even though we didn't get to see those two, I was happy that we at least got to see pretty much all the other dragons. Like we got to see Moon Dancer with Bela, which was so cool. And of course we got to see Vermithor and Silverwing, and Silverwing was like so pretty. Like I like how she's kind of like this cool dark silver version of like Cyrax with a lot more like spikes, I feel like. And oh, and we saw Stormcloud too! We actually saw Stormcloud. That made me so happy seeing Stormcloud in the nursery. Oh my goodness. Let's see. No, not poor Rhaenys. They would have been so sick to show it. Yeah, I wonder, hold on. I wonder if I can find it. Let me see if I can open it up really quick. But yeah, I think Thiollier and St.Trina are pretty much done for the sketch. I'm pretty happy with it. But let me see if I can find that figurehead for Rhaenys. I hope they at least show it in season 3. Low-key thinking about dropping the show when my boy Jace. Oh my god, wait! Elisa! No spoilers in case nobody knows about it yet. Hold on. Just in case, because not everyone watching might not know about it. Let me see. I think it was in a chat where we had Rhaenys' figurehead at. Oh, here it is. It's in a tweet. Yeah, the Blue Queen. I love seeing crinkly sheep sealer. Me too, actually. I love their design. Like, their wings look so crazy. It's like, it looks like their wings are almost like overgrown as far as like the fingers of it and like the talons. Like, they look crazy. Okay, here is the figurehead. If I can put it on Streamlabs, please! Moondancer literally has the coolest design after Caraxes. Oh my god, they really do. Like, every time I look at Moondancer's design, like, I feel like there's something new that I notice on it. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the sculpture of Rhaenys holding, I think, the crown of Jaehaerys. And that's supposed to be, like, at the front of the ship. Of Corlys' ship. The queen you never know it was. And they didn't show it in the fucking finale. Oh my god. It's so pretty, too. But yeah, I feel like they probably will show a shot of it in season 3 at least. Probably, like, especially during, like, maybe, like, them getting ready to go into battle. Okay, let's put away Thiollier and St.Trina after I save this. Alright. We'll probably do one more sketch, and then maybe after my... Oh wait, actually it's already time for my break? Oh shit. Never mind. Okay, I'm gonna have to go ahead and take my break because I didn't realize how late it was because I forgot me having to restart a new stream. Alright, so let me put my sign up. Okay, y'all, I'll be right back. I can't believe how late it is already. But, it'll just be a couple of minutes. Hello, I'm back. Okay, let me switch to a drawing song. Okay. I'm actually wondering if I should just go ahead and try and color this. Because I was thinking about maybe working on Messmer and Rellana more, but gosh, I feel like I'd have to grab so many of my references out again. Let me think. I could also show a preview of them. So this is the updated version of the Messmer and Rellana piece that I started on a previous stream. Before I just had like, I think this like portion of them, just like Rellana's upper part and Messmer. But on my own time, I was able to basically draw Messmer's snakes in like the composition that I wanted to draw them in. And I ended up thinking of, instead of having like Rellana sitting somewhere, like in the original Lamia painting, that's by John William Waterhouse, I was actually thinking of maybe having just like one of Messmer's snakes like holding her up, like she's sitting on them. And I really wanted to do a piece of them like in Shaman Village. So I was thinking of maybe having just them in like the flower field there. But I really liked how like the colors are turning out. Especially with like the background, I feel like it just kind of really brought everything together. But yeah, it's basically me trying to still figure out how like drawing Rellana's leg in. And I think I still have to draw Messmer's a little bit as well before I start working on like towards like the final version of the piece. I'm also kind of conflicted because I like how like blue and red, I have them both drawn in, and I don't know if I want to just do a full-on like color painting of them or just stick to just like them being blue and red with the lines. But yeah, that's just the progress for it so far. I'd also like to get references of like the specific flowers they have in the game that are in the field too, because I think they're actually kind of different. But I think it looks pretty well. So yeah, we could make more progress on this, or we could just color Thiollier and St.Trina, since the stream did start really late today. So I probably won't be able to like do as much as I wanted. I guess we could try, let me think. I guess we could just try coloring Thiollier and St.Trina. Since we're already here with them. Whoa, looks just like her. They... Oh man, I can't see what it says. They did so well. Oh, are you talking about the figurehead for Rhaenys? Sorry, I think like the chat on my Streamlabs is behind. I just saw that message on the YouTube stream. Let me refresh the chat on Streamlabs. Oh no. And now the chat on Streamlabs is not showing up anymore. Great! I'll have to just look at the chat on YouTube, I guess. But yeah, I think we'll just go ahead and try and color the M. Welcome back. Thank you, Mello. Also, I hope the fan isn't loud because I have a fan blowing on me this whole time because it's really hot in our house tonight. I don't know why, but I had to turn it on. And it's like right by my mic too. Also, let me know if the music's too loud as well, because a lot of these songs I just recently added to the stream. So I'm not really sure if they're too loud versus like my voice. Man, I was so proud of Thiollier in last night's stream. He was always saying that he was as weak as a kitten and as dull as a plank. But he fought so bravely. I think that's honestly my favorite thing of the last fights in the Elden Ring DLC is having like Ansbach and Thiollier at your side for both like let us fight and then also for the final boss. I just think that's so cool that you actually get to summon both of them for that. This music sounds like a tech company ad trying to sell me their products. No! Lisa! Why'd you have to put it like that? Oh man. Actually, the name of the song is Final Girl by Jeremy Blake. It's like the final girl of a like 80s horror movie or something. gosh, I cannot believe it's already gonna be autumn next month. I'm like hyped. I'm already like, ever since like last month, I was already getting in the mood for like Halloween. Like, I'm just ready. It's like, I'm kind of scared that the year's ending already. Like it's coming to an end in a couple of months, but at the same time, I'm really stoked for like autumn and like spooky season. I like how St.Trina has all these different, like, hues of, like, violet. It's so pretty in her hair. It's not like just one color. I can't wait for Spoopy, but honestly, August, October are my favorite time of the year. Oh, really? Interesting. I guess it's like that end of summer to autumn feeling. I love end of summer. Ah, I see. Nice art, bye art guy. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh, I just love adding these like really warm, like violet colors at the end of her hair. It's so pretty. Man, I love St.Trina so much. She's so beautiful. And it's like the fact that she carries all of Nicola's love. I do want to maybe redraw her face though. What can we make Halloween a legit national holiday? Like, as in, like, you can, like, have vacation time and stuff like that? Honestly, I feel like they should either give Halloween vacation time, or at least the day after Halloween especially if it's like Sunday, if Halloween Sunday. Well, actually, if it's like any day of like where there's like a weekday the next day, I feel like they should make it where there's a holiday, because people like to, you know, go to like Halloween parties, or they're taking like their kids to like trick-or-treat and stuff. And it's like having school and work the next day is just like, God. Like these petals are supposed to be like her dress. It's like a different color. I'm wondering if this year, if I should do my, what do you call it? My costume for Halloween. Last year I wanted to be Captain Haddock from, The Adventures of Tintin. I wanted to be Captain Haddock and then have my dog be Snowy the dog. But I didn't get to do it last year, so I'm wondering if I should do that this year. I really regret not getting a photo of me when I was in high school, because one year, for Halloween in high school, I actually dressed up as Speed Racer. But I never actually got a picture of myself in the costume. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. Actually, one of my classmates did take a picture of me, but I forgot to get the picture from them. And that was like probably like my favorite costume I ever did for Halloween. Aw, cute. Yeah! I'm gonna be Tutter the Mouse from The Bear in the Big Blue- No way! From Bear in the Big Blue House as a joke. I don't know if anyone knows that. I know exactly who you're talking about. That is so cute! Tutter! Oh, I love that. Oh, that's so cute. I love them. I really want a Tutter plush. I also really like Bear as well. Like he's so cute and like sleepy looking. I always like the way like he'd move his eyebrows, like the puppet. It's just so funny. Yeah, it was such a wholesome show. I just loved Tutter specifically because he was always screaming. I know, that was like the funny thing about Tutter. Those screams. Oh my gosh, I don't know if anyone has watched this show. I'm trying to find. But does anyone know that show, Mophie? It's like this cute little like bunny. Oh gosh, why is Pokey wearing his Christmas outfit? There's this like show I used to watch on YouTube. I actually started watching it as an adult because I thought the designs were so cute and it was such a wholesome like little like I think like web series? I think it's supposed to be a web series, but it's called Mophie. It has like the cutest little rabbit and she has like a bunch of like little animal friends. And my favorite of the animal friends is I think his name is Carrie. He's like a frog and he always plays like his like guitar. It's like the cutest thing ever. See if I can get a picture. Oh, and I think there was a mole too. I love the mole. What was the mole's name? Mogu? But yeah, I think they're all supposed to be made of like needle felt. It's like a stop motion. Also, I just realized I had the Lamia ref open this whole time. But yeah, this is Mophie. The rabbits with their friends, and Carrie the frog and Mogu the mole are like my favorites. They're so adorable. I think you find it on YouTube, like episodes from it. Oh my god, that's so cute. They look precious. They are! Yeah, it's called Mophie. M-O-F-Y. And I watched the episodes, like a couple of the episodes on YouTube. I think they have like an official channel called Mophie Home. Something like that. I love the look of the needle felt. Me too. I feel like the texture just looks so nice and soft. Oh gosh, I have the wrong thing open. think parts of her hair are a little bit more white, but I kind of like having her hair super purple. Is a little bit yellow, his mask. It's almost like a moon face, I feel like. I think it's like a little bit more beige. And then his hair is like this cooler, almost purpley silver. I love how like most of his outfit is just hair. It's just like braids and hair. Kind of reminds me how like Bayonetta, like her clothes are just made from her own like magical like witch hair. gloves are like brown. Darken his lines a little bit. There, just a little bit. Sparkle, maybe? Oh my gosh, it's not working. It's looking so lovely. Thank you, Mello. I think I might actually add another glow layer. Oh my gosh, that really lit up the piece. I don't know if that looks any better. I was struggling so hard with her face today. Maybe if I end up like developing just one more on my own time, I'll fix her face more, but this will have to do. I think it's better than before though. St.Trina, Thiollier! I really wish the earlier progress was recorded. Ugh. Because I feel like that was like the majority of this piece was me actually drawing it, but freaking Streamlabs had a mess up. Dang it. But I think it looks good for now. Save it. Alright, I think, you know what? I think we'll go ahead and work more on the Messmer and Rellana piece since we still have time. But that was a really good, like, kind of warm-up working on Thiollier and St.Trina. I'm just really happy I got to draw them together finally. Alright, let me go ahead and open the other file. Alright, so for this one I have to actually open my references, so let me get those open really quick. Change the music again, actually, because we've been on this one for a while. Summer references. I have so many folders for them. It's kind of crazy. Holy crap. I mostly need to work on Rellana's, like, what do you call it? Her leg for her armor. Let me put the flowers away, actually, because it's kind of... Where's the flower folder? Okay, there it is. It was a bit harder to see when I had that open. Okay, and then we're going to lower the opacity on that one. Probably on Messmer too. I actually really want to do a piece of them together with, or maybe like matching pieces with the serpents and wolf crest shield, because those were like two items that we found in the game on last night's stream, and it's basically like one shield has like a wolf, it's like a blue shield with a wolf on it and like twin moons, which I'm pretty sure is associated with Rellana because it's found at her fort at Castle and Cease. and it also has like Karian like imagery. And then there's one other shield that in the game that matches it, which is the Serpent Crescent shield or Crest shield, and that one has like the bat-winged serpent on like a red field, which has like obvious Messmer symbolism on it. So I think it'd be really cool to do like a matching set of pieces with them and those two shields. So that's just like another thing that I've been thinking about trying to do. Okay. You know what? Actually, for this, I had to get references of my Tarnished wearing wearing Rellana's armor, and I had them like do different gestures, like sitting down and getting up, and like going by like the grace and jumping up and down, just so I could get reference of the armor like bending the leg. So I have to go through like all these screenshots that I took of like Pokey in his Tarnished form. But I think it works. I just gotta find like the right angles. It's just really funny looking at them though. Like I have this one, let me see if I can put it up. Like I got Pokey here. I had him jump like several times. Just so I could get a reference of him with the armor's legs bent. And I have like so many different versions of this, just so I could get the right angle. And let me put the Lamia reference back up since we're doing this piece again. Okay. Let me zoom in on this reference. Oh, the detail on Rellana's armor is so pretty. There's actually like this figure studio that did a Rellana like statue, and it looks so insanely detailed and beautiful, but I think it's like super expensive, but I want it so bad. It looks so freaking cool. And I'm just like, why? Why can't I have it? Because I thought it would be so sick to have both her statue and Messmer's. I still need to get Messmer's too. Okay. Might be a little too big. That's okay. It's like kind of weird trying to understand the shape of this like knee guard. Armor's so hard! I don't even know if that makes sense. It just looks so weird. Actually, let me see if I have that other one of the actual figure, because the detail on that one was so clear. It's like clearer than looking at the game model. Summer. Man, where did I put it? Where I put that reference at. So I actually saved a picture of that figure I was talking about. It's just so clear to see the detail on her armor on that. Maybe if I go to Twitter. Rellana figure. Yes! Someone did post it. Haha! Oh, it's kind of like wings. That's what it's supposed to be. The thing right here, the lines, it's actually supposed to be like wings on it. It's not just straight lines. See, this is why this is why I needed to go back and look at, because it's so much clearer. That's so cute. She has like little wings right here. Aww. I guess it does have the wings on the game model as well that I'm looking at on Pogi's screenshots. Sometimes I gave up on the references and start making up my own shit. I feel that. I feel like I do that a lot with like when it comes to like the detail on like the armor sometimes. Like I just do little squiggly lines just to gesture in what I think is there. Like, I'm kind of about to do it again right now with this piece. I'm just gonna go ahead and look at the detail on these figure shots, though. Because it's way better than trying to look at the game model, to be honest. I do feel like this piece needs to stick out more, the knee piece. Probably should stick out like this, so it's not so close to her leg. Armor's so beautiful, but it's like all so hard to draw at the same time. It's like I can only hope that it looks good in the end. Man, I feel like I was on such a high watching so many of my favorite shows back in June and July because they all had like new seasons. And now that I've caught up on all of them, I'm like, I don't even know what to watch now. Oh my gosh. Because it was like House of the Dragon, Season 2, Season 3 of Bridgerton, and then Season 2 of Interview with a Vampire. And they were all so good. I was just like, wow. Though I am still upset with like House of the Dragon's like season finale, but the other two absolutely killed it. This knee piece on. I'm trying to figure out this top part of the armor. Or the leg armor. I think it's like layered again. Oh, I still need to watch the Interview with a Vampire show. Bello! Please watch it. It's so good. Season 2 actually made me cry at the very end. And now I'm like hyped for season 3. Imani, hello! Welcome! I hope you've been well. I'm not a huge fan of the Lord of the Rings show, but I may watch season 2 just cause I crave fantasy show. Yeah, I have such... Oh my gosh. Rings of Power. I feel like I can't touch that show because I'm a huge fan of like, you know, Middle Earth and stuff like that, but specifically, like especially like the Silmarillion, I'm like very attached to that book. And gosh. I was excited at first when they first like were talking about doing it. I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna see all these stuff that we didn't get to see before from like the earlier histories. But as soon as I saw the casting for Celebrimbor, I was like, why does Celebrimbor look like an old man? Like that's when I couldn't watch it after that. I was just like, after I saw that casting, it's like, I'm sure he is like a great actor, but he honestly looks more suited to play like Bilbo Baggins than a high elf like Celebrimbor, who's supposed to be like the son of like Cúrfin and like the grandson of Feanor. I'm just like, I can't, like, why do they cast, like, what is this casting? I just don't understand it. Like, the aging for like this high elf does not make sense. Especially since he's supposed to be probably like around Galadriel's age too, so I'm just like, why does Galadriel look so much younger compared to him? I don't really understand that. And like Celebrimbor's like one of my favorite characters, so I'm just like I couldn't after I saw that. But like I also like, you know, I am happy for all my friends who do watch it and are enjoying it, because I think it's nice for people to have, you know, things that bring them joy. And it's like if Rings of Power brings people joy, then that's, you know, that's fine. Like House of the Dragon has all these other like, you know, issues that like book fans have with it, but it's like there's things that I still really enjoy and like about House of Dragons, so it's like I feel like it's the same thing with like Rings of Power. Even if, as someone who's a fan of like the Silmarillion, even if there's things that I don't like, just knowing that other people still can like enjoy it and like get joy out of it, it's like, you know what, good for you. I'm happy for people to find stuff like that. It's just, personally for me, I will probably not be watching it. Even though I kind of want to, because one of my favorite composers, he's doing the music for the show, and I'm just like, gosh dang it, he's doing the music, so it's probably amazing as far as the soundtrack goes. Ugh. It's a pretty show aesthetically, but most of the characters had zero personality, and I agree some of the casting was Oh yeah, I did hear that. That was like a criticism that I had heard when it came to people reviewing that show. I think a lot of people were criticizing like the lack of character. And there's actually people saying that they found like House of Dragon a lot more enjoyable compared to Rings of Power. And I think the one thing that especially season 1 of House of the Dragon had that really worked for it is that it kind of comes off more of like a palace drama in season 1 with just like dragons, because a lot of it is having to do with like the court stuff at like the Red Keep, and between that and like Dragonstone and Driftmark and stuff like that. So I feel like that drama between the characters had it really worked for it in season 1. And like I said, I haven't watched Rings of Power, but I think one of the issues I heard for people who didn't really know like the histories, like the backstory, I think like for some people like there was a lot of like info dump in like the first episode for some of them, which I can kind of understand because there's a lot of history to go through and names to drop, especially when it comes to like the Silmarillion. Like I remember there was one chapter where it was just going through like the lineage of I think like the houses of men that had my head spinning. Even when I was reading it. The first time, like I remember having to like reread like entire paragraphs over and over again just to like fully process like the names that I was going through. And it was like that, and I think like some of like the locations on the chapter on like Beleriand. It's like interesting stuff, but at the same time like it was for those specific chapters a lot. But I think besides those, for the most part, I really loved the Silmarillion. It's like my favorite book. I'm starting to feel like I should have... know if I drew this, like this part right here. I think I needed to maybe show the other side a little bit more, so it's pointing more like this. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. And that's why, you know, like, I knew that, like, you know, it wouldn't be, like, a perfect, like, adaptation or whatever when it came to Rings of Powers. But it's just, like, as soon as I saw the casting for Celebrimbor, I'm like, I don't understand how you get that wrong. But like I said, I'm glad that others can find enjoyment in it. And if anything, it brings new fans to read the books as well, because I'm sure there's a lot of new fans trying to read the Silmarillion and the other books to get more of the lore, which is pretty cool. Because I haven't drawn Silmarillion art in a while, but I used to draw so much of it when I had first read it because I had to do it for like my thesis in college. And I just remember there was such a beautiful community on Tumblr. I'm sure it's still like thriving because of like Rings of Power, because I feel like I've seen people still drawing Silmarillion art even on like Twitter and stuff like that. But it's just been quite a while for me because it's been like my golden days in the fandom was like 2014, between 2014 and maybe 2016. And then I ended up taking a break for a while because I just felt so overwhelmed from having to work on it for school, for my thesis. But I'd like to get back into drawing it again. Because I have so many works in progress for it too. Like I have my my Luthien and Juan painting that I've been trying to finish for ages. And I also have like several other pieces for Baron and Luthien. And then like I wanted to do Juan and like Sauron in his wolf form fighting. And then I wanted to basically update all my designs for like the Valar and the Maiar. But yeah, who knows, maybe I'll give Rings of Power a try just so, like you said, just to have another fantasy show to watch, if nothing else. And maybe I can just try and separate my feelings and just treat it as just something else that's just still related to Middle-earth. Yeah, I really want to listen to the soundtrack though, because I think it's about by Bear McCreary, and I'm just like, he makes like the most beautiful soundtracks. So I know that shit sounds good. Like, I played the first God of War game earlier this year. I streamed it on like Twitch, and I have all the parts uploaded on YouTube. But his music for that game was so pretty, and I'm super excited to play the sequel, God of War Ragnarok, later this year. I'm kind of saving it for Christmas time to start it. We might actually start maybe in November, if not the beginning of December. But I really want to play it during like winter time. But I'm stoked for that one. Well, even if you don't watch Rings of Power, it'd be a good excuse to make some Middle-earth art while it becomes a hot topic again. That's so true. There's also like this piece that I had started that I've been wanting to finish forever as well, and it's like supposed to be kind of a first age illustration, but it's mostly focused on like Feanor and Fingolfin as like the main center figures of the piece, and then there's like Melkor in the background, and like the waves of the sea just like pushing the ships that like the Noldor are riding in towards like Middle-earth. And then I think I have like framing the piece as like the two trees of Valinor. It's the piece I've been wanting to finish so badly. Ah! I keep making progress on it, and then every time I make progress I get like exhausted from what I just did. And I end up having to take a break from it all over again. Alright, let me try and get these shoes done. It's kind of hard. I love these like pointy like greaves though, like the pointy shoes of the greaves on like these armors. It's so cute. I think my favorite part of the show was the music, costumes, and the world design. Like, it just looked so pretty, but I just couldn't connect to the characters as much as House of the Dragon. Aww. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it looks great as far as production goes. Like, it looks beautiful. But that's unfortunate if it's like the characters and story are kind of sacrificed for just visuals only. Which, I mean, you can still enjoy stuff that are just visually pretty. I know there's like stuff that I like that it's mostly for the visuals. So maybe I can just watch it for like the eye candy and the music. But oh my gosh, September's next month, so that means like... It means I have to do my marathon. My annual marathon of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. It's like, I usually try to watch it around like Bilbo and Frodo's birthday, which is like the first day of autumn. And then, if I don't watch it during autumn time, I usually will try and watch it around Christmas. If I don't do it then. But I always try to watch it every year. And yes, rewatching Extended Edition Lord of the Rings when we do that. Because I feel like it's so much more complete when you watch Extended Edition. The Hobbit films, I didn't really feel the need to watch the extended for the first movie or the second movie. I feel like just the theatrical versions were fine, but the third one, Battle of the Five Armies, you have to watch the extended version because it's so much better. Because they cut off a lot of, like, the actual, like, interactions with the dwarves as far as, like, Thorn's company from the theatrical version, but if you watch the extended, you can actually see more of them and get, like, kind of that, what do you call it? It feels more complete, basically. Because I felt that was missing a lot in the theatrical version, because it's like, we came all this way with these characters and we barely see them. But then when you watch extended, it's like, oh, there's all their scenes. That's where all their scenes went to, was extended. Yeah, I remember some people who are familiar with the languages in Lord of the Rings roasting the show for not using the language correctly. Oh man. I'm definitely not an expert on that, so I can't really speak on that. But I'm sure there's some people who will. But, it looks like they are trying to avoid airing the same time as House of the Dragon time. Yeah, that makes sense. I would definitely try to avoid clashing schedules. I feel like I'm having such a hard time with the soul of this. Oh, you know what I'm doing wrong? I think it's because it's supposed to curve down. That's the issue. It's supposed to have kind of like a beak shape. Like this. I think that's what it was. Because I was like, what is wrong with this freaking end of this Greaves? And it was just the beak of it. Okay. I understand. I'm gonna move these closer too. But to be honest, House of the Dragon Season 2 is kind of bad. They might actually have a chance. I'm sure it'll probably do fine as far as Season 2 of Rings of Power, because it has its fans, so I know there's plenty of people who are still hyped for it. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll go ahead and give it a shot, you know, because even if I'm upset about stuff, I might end up finding things that I like about it. You never really know until you try. Gosh, it's so hard layering this. It's good practice though, drawing drawing Rellana's armor. Because I do want to draw armor a lot more. True, because last time the clashing schedules made Rings of Power look bad, but since people are mad about the House of the Dragon ending right now, it might do better. Yeah, that's true. Because, yeah, people were comparing it a lot to Season 1 of House of the Dragon when it first came out. But, like I said, it got its fans from Season 1, so those people are going to stick around for Season 2 for sure. And since there's no more episodes for House of the Dragon for people to watch, they might get in the same situation as us where we're just like, we need another fantasy to fill the void. So let's just put on Rings of Power. We'll give Rings of Power a shot. Oh god, what did I do? Oh my goodness. That came out of nowhere. Oh my god, I think that looks good enough. Rellana has a leg now! Yay! She actually has a freaking leg. Success. Probably don't have to do this part, but it just helps for mapping out the rest. Because Messmer's hand is gonna cover it. Oh my gosh, she has a leg! Yay! I do think maybe the leg's supposed to be a little bit longer though. Lord, yes it is. I think her leg's supposed to be much longer. That's okay. We can fix this. She has like a really long leg. Cause she's a tall girl. I might just make the foot smaller too. Like this. I wish there was more fantasy shows, but I get the production is so much. Yeah, it really is. I feel like that's also why it takes so long for like House of the Dragon to come out with new seasons, because all of like the effects they have to do with like the world and the dragons, especially. It's such a heavy, it's like a dragon heavy show. At least with like Game of Thrones, they only had 3 dragons to worry about, but this one they have to do like over a dozen, I feel like. I kind of recommend the Dungeons & Dragons movie that came out last year. Yeah, that was such a good movie. Oh yeah, I know some people didn't like it, but I had so much fun with that film. I love the beefy dragon. Around, baby! Chunky! Oh my god, I love the chunky dragon. I want to like rewatch it again. That was such a cool, like, scene. Like, I honestly love that part of the movie because they have, like, what was his name? I forgot his name. The one that was supposed to be, like, super cool. Like a great fighter and swordsman. The one that helped them out when they were, like, with the dragon. It just really reminded me of our campaign with my friends, because we have like certain people who are really good with like magic in our party, and then like my character he's supposed to be kind of like this stoic, like bard rogue, and he has his moments where he'll just like be really cool and do some crazy like acrobatic like fighting. And it's just like the funniest thing ever, like contrasting with all the other characters. Oh my god, I really miss our campaign. We're like currently on like hiatus because a lot of us are like just super busy right now, but I really hope we can like continue it again. Zank? Yeah, Zank! He's so freaking cool. I liked him because he was so like, he was cool, but he wasn't like an asshole about it. He was just like a very sweet character who's also very humble. It's just that he just so happened to be very like strong and powerful and knowledgeable too. Okay, let me finish her thigh so we can start working on this, like, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a skirt armor in a way. I don't know what to call this piece of it. Oh, and then there was also, God, I don't know why I'm like forgetting all their names all of a sudden. It's the tiefling, the druid tiefling that was in the movie. Was it Doric, I think? I think that was her name. Watching her really reminded me of like my friend's like druid character. Cause like she would also like shapeshift into like direwolves and other animals. It was so cool. I would honestly be so down if they did another movie. Like, I really wish I could have seen it in the movie theater, like the first one. Okay, I think we can erase this and start working on this side piece. And hopefully get it to make sense. Yeah, like, Rellana is the one that takes the most time to work on, because I'm making sure she wears her full armor, because I just want to see her looking like a beautiful knight. And for Messmer, I don't know if I'm going to put his armor on. Like, I kind of want him to be dressed a little bit more casual, so either he's going to have just, like, the coat off, and maybe just, like, his chainmail that he has underneath, or I just might have him dressed in like more of like a casual outfit. I don't know. Man, I gotta tell you, having this figure that someone made, like that studio that made Rellana figures, having that reference is so helpful. Like, the detail is just so clear seeing it on a sculpture versus trying to look at it from like a screenshot from the game. Maybe I should curve this down more so it looks like it's looping. Like that. Might have made this a little too big though, so we might have to shrink it down. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be a little bit higher, maybe? I think it's supposed to go, like, kind of close to her thigh. Maybe, like, right here. She has some, like, extra pieces that go over the waist. Gosh, I can't believe we're gonna probably finish the DLC this Saturday. I'm just like, oh my god, the journey. It's been so beautiful. I really did love the DLC. It's like, I wish they had cutscenes for, like, the majority of their remembrance bosses, like in the main game. And, like, there was a lot of, like, really open and empty spaces, but I had a lot of fun, like, exploring and looking around. And just, like, having that fresh feeling of exploring an Elden Ring all over again, because I really miss that. When I had that back in, like, 2022 when it first released. So it was really nice having that again. And then it's like, even if you had to, like, you know, kind of start over in a way, as far as, like, enemies being strong, it was still nice having, like, weapons and, like, spirit ashes that I had from the main game. So it wasn't, like, completely starting over. Because Tish carried me a lot in, like, the beginning parts. And also, like, I can thank the DLC for giving me the opportunity to actually experience co-op online with players that I don't know. Because I've always been, like, too, like, anxious to call on other people that I don't know. Because I had, like, a friend help me on my first run. And then, like, on my second run I was able to do it, like, completely by myself. But doing DLC, it was like there were late game bosses that were just so hard for me to fight, even with like powerful spirit ashes like Tish. And then like also having to call people like live on stream was also a little bit nerve-wracking, but it was just so much fun. Like I really loved doing the co-op. Oh, it's looking lovely! Hello, Valkyrie! Welcome! Hope you're doing well today. I do feel like there's a lack of cutscenes. You even start to miss patches kicking you down a cliff. That is one thing they didn't have in DLC. They didn't have patches. But yeah, I still enjoyed it nonetheless. It was like a really beautiful world design. So yeah, if anything else, if I'm not able to beat the final boss with just Ansbach and Thiollier, I am more than willing to summon another player to help me on the final boss. Cause it's just so much fun doing co-op. I think the most memorable so far for me has been the very first time I summoned co-op. It actually went perfectly well, even though that boss gave me the jump scare of having a third phase with like the Shadow Tree avatar. Because I already knew to expect the second phase. And then like by third phase I was like celebrating already, like saying thank you to the other player, like, oh, thank you for helping me. And then like in the middle of me like bowing to them, the third phase like activated and I started like screaming. But we were able to pull it off, thankfully. Oh my gosh, why am I getting this design wrong? It's like these golden like sun shapes on the armor. You know what? Maybe I should just like erase this part and then lower it. I think that'll do it. Sometimes I wish FromSoft could be more like Larian and drop huge patches. Is Larian the one that worked on Baldur's Gate 3? I can't remember since I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 yet. Though I want to. I'm like sad that DLC is gonna be ending, but that's okay because we still have to finish the main game. And there's so many other FromSoft games that I still have to play. Like I still want to try Dark Souls. The Dark Souls series. Still gotta play Bloodborne. And even though Sekiro kind of scares me because I've already seen how hard it is, I'll probably try that one eventually too. But I mean, a lot of people were saying that like Liza P had like similar mechanics to Sekiro, so I'm just like, maybe I'll be okay, because I actually feel like I did pretty well in Liza P, and that was a really fun game. Making progress. Oh wait, actually I did this wrong on her leg. Oh my god. There's supposed to be nothing right here. Actually, it's supposed to be... I did like the top piece of the thigh already when it's supposed to be just the thigh first. Like this, I think. Honestly, I might have to make this smaller. Shit. Make it smaller. Actually, I'll make a copy of it first. Copy, paste, delete, so we can move it around. Oh no, we're not gonna do that. Ah, okay, never mind. It's fine like that. Okay, and then... I realized that this is just supposed to be a plain leg part. Yeah, Larian made Baldur's Gate 3. I think after Shadow of the Air Tree, Sekiro will be just fine. I don't see people having mental breakdowns after playing Sekiro. Oh my gosh. I mean, it has been quite a while since I've seen a playthrough of it. My favorite character from that game is Genichiro. He's so freaking cool. He does these really cool lightning attacks. Called like the Lightning of Tomoe. That he learned from, I think this, was it this warrior woman named Tomoe? I forgot. Oh god, it's been so long. It's been years. So I feel like I've forgotten a lot of the lore already. But yeah, it's like a really cool game though. So one day I'll give it a shot. But I think for now I'd really like to play Bloodborne, because that was like my favorite game for a while. even though I didn't get to play all of it myself, after I watched a playthrough of it, I just fell so in love with like the lore and like the design of the game and everything. But I want to like actually play the whole game myself because I only got to play a little bit of it a couple of years ago, and it was like the same thing with Dark Souls. Even though I owned like a physical copy of that game and tried playing it when I was in college, it was like really hard. And then I didn't have any more time to play once it came time for like thesis and stuff. So I'd like to try it on stream. And there's a lot of stuff I don't know about the Dark Souls like lore in that aspect, and I'm really curious, so I think it'll be really fun to learn about it on stream with everybody. I've been kind of purposely avoiding any lore videos in relation to Dark Souls so I can like go in pretty fresh. Turn this a little bit more. Yeah, maybe like that. I think I actually made this too long. Probably bring it closer. I could probably get this one a little bit more movement because I think it's just supposed to be like a leather plating on these last two and not metal. Oh gosh, what the heck does that keep happening? I need to head out. Thanks for streaming, Tamas. Rellana looks great. Thank you, Lisa. Thanks for hanging out and modding. Hope you have a good night. Man, I'm really glad I was able to stream tonight and work on art because I was feeling so sick today. Like, it was so bad. Even after like I took my nap before streaming and I took like painkillers, like even after I woke up I was feeling so nauseous, like I wanted to throw up. But like thankfully, like before stream I started to feel a little bit better, and then I think even at the beginning of the original stream before it cut out, I was feeling nauseous then, but I'm feeling a lot more better now, so I'm glad we were able to make progress on Thiollier and St.Trina. And now Messmer and Rellana. I should curve this one a different direction. Curve it out. That might look a little bit better, yeah. I think I might be drawing this a little too pointed at the corner. I think it's supposed to be a little bit rounder. Like this. Yeah, I feel like my biggest gripe with DLC was not just like a lack of cutscenes, but specifically for characters like Rellana, that I'm just like, they feel so important lore-wise. Why? Like, she is Renala's sister and Messmer's sword. Like, come on now. I wonder if it was like a budget issue, to be honest, because DLC felt like an entirely new game added onto the main game. It was basically like a sequel. So I wonder if there was like budget and like scheduling issue where maybe they didn't have time to really like make cutscenes for a lot of their bosses. I mean, it could have also been like an impact thing too, where like maybe some bosses they want to just like for you to stumble upon them. And especially when it came to like their second phases and stuff, that you would just be surprised when it happened while fighting. But I really wish, especially for Rellana, that she had cutscenes. Oh my gosh, this one's kind of hard. I'm trying to do the design on this leather. 'Cause I feel like it's a lot more clear. It's okay, we'll just make up our own thing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfectly accurate. It's also kind of hard because I made the metal so detailed. The metal plating. I'm just like, shit. Gotta make the leather look decent too. I really need to get like a webcam though, and like a stand for it, because I really want to do some like traditional art streams, like working on with like paint and markers and stuff like that. Especially on days where I feel like super nauseous staring at like the screen too much. That's like an issue I'm kind of dealing with having to work so much digitally and then like do streaming. I feel like I get like cyber sickness. So it'd be nice to do some streams just like traditionally every once in a while as well. And plus there's like other stuff I want to do, like maybe like trying sculpting on stream, or like like last month, or not last month, back in June, I actually wanted to do like a Gundam build. But didn't have time for that. and I didn't have like the things that I needed for it because we were focusing on Elden Ring. But I would like to still do a stream like that. Just for fun. I feel like there's something a little off. I can't tell what exactly it is. It might be her thigh is shorter than it should be, maybe. 'Cause she has really long legs. Like, her legs are, I feel like, most of her body. So I might have to end up moving this down more. Because I think the calves are fine. I just think that the length of the thigh might be a bit short. I'm also trying to keep in mind that her legs are bent too. So it might look shorter. We'll just do this for now. Copy that and then go back to the old version just in case I don't like what I did. Just keep that for now there. I'm head out, Thomas, but I loved watching your stream. I was working on some art myself. I can't wait to see how your piece turns out. Thank you, Mello! That's awesome! Good luck on the rest of your art. And I hope you have a good day as well. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, I think there's actually a twin moon, crescent moon shape on this part. We'll try and get that in. Something like that. I've been here, Thomas, just in and out. I'll tell you later about it. I just finished one of the sketches I showed you recently, so I'm doing my nails now. Aw, no problem, Maggie. Oh my gosh, doing your nails? What color did you pick? I haven't painted my nails in so long. Also, good job on finishing your sketch that you're working on. I'll check it out later if you put it in the server. Alright, we are done with that armor, I think. We can actually do the rest of her sash, I believe. Oh, I do need to fix this chest piece, actually. Let me erase this. I like painting my nails, but I feel like when I do like a lot of traditional art and stuff, I feel like I just always end up messing my nails up. So it makes me kind of sad, like, damn, I guess I shouldn't have painted it. But I love having colored nails. Okay, where is the rest of her armor? Because we need to fix the chest piece. Because there's supposed to be an opening here. And I think we need to raise it a little bit higher. Like this. So you can actually see the inside. I think that's good. Let's bring this down to her main folder. I haven't chose. I'm between blue and wine. If I can't choose, I might do both. Yeah, maybe you should do both. I would usually just go with blue, but doing both would be really cool as well. I actually tried painting my nails like several different colors, and it was actually like a really cool combination. It was like, it had like teal with like a pearlescent clear color, and then I think I did like a wine red as well, and then like a more like minty green as well as a pink, because it was actually supposed to be matching like a VTuber group I really like. So I did like their colors on my nails one time, and it looked so cute together. I started to do my nails frequently this year, but after I got sick I kept them short because I didn't have the energy to do the whole nail process. Aw, that makes sense. I actually try to keep my nails short because I find having longer nails really uncomfortable for me. So I usually trim my nails pretty short. But I think it's so pretty when people can like grow their nails a little bit like longer so it's like sharp looking. And then like, especially if they do like a French manicure, it's really pretty. Okay, we gotta do the sash now. The back part. I think it's like several pieces in the back. Here's my jumping reference. Probably have to fix this. The corner where it's folded, but it's okay. We'll just leave it like that for now. Okay, let me see if I can find that other reference I was talking about, because I really can't remember how many pieces it's cut into on her backsash. Because it had several pieces on it. Okay, it looks like there's 4 layers. I think. 4 or 5. Basically make room for 5 or 4 at least cuts in. Well, honestly, it probably is going to end up looking like one piece anyway, because she's sitting down, so any pieces that are cut, it'll probably just look like they're all part of the same thing. It might help once I put like the embroidery, the golden embroidery on it, to separate it. It's several pieces. Or I could do it right here, maybe. Actually, I could probably do it on this one. Separate these two pieces. Like this. So yeah, these are all gonna be like, different pieces of embroidery right here. To be fair, even if I could keep my nails long, my goats would probably break them when I have to pull them around. Oh no! Probably on purpose because goats are like that. Aw, you have goats, Valkyrie? That's so cool! Goats are so cute. Yeah, that was always my issue. That I could never really keep my nails like having their nice color whenever I paint them for long because I've always had to do art for like school and just for myself. So especially before I started doing digital art, so it'd always just like get messed up. Okay. I think Rellana's kind of done. Oh wait, her chain! I almost forgot her chain! She has this chain piece on the top that I almost forgot. Need to find the layer for it. Okay. Let's make sure not to erase her burn marks because I have this headcanon of her having burn marks on one side of her face, so we're gonna keep that in. And then try and redraw the chain on her right now. What the heck? Okay, let's do that. I love drawing chains, oh my god. I don't. I find them very painful to draw, but especially to make them have like movement. But it doesn't look too bad so far. Oh god. I need to make these linking pieces a little bit longer. Ah! This is what I mean! It starts to get a little difficult. Trying to keep them looking all like the same. Where does this go? To... Looks like it goes to a piece over here. can't really see. There! Oh my gosh. It's the best I can do. Though I do feel like I should probably lower this, maybe? So it's not completely covering the collar design of the armor. Maybe like right here. There. And now we just have to erase this part. And where's the rest of the armor? Wait, what the heck? Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. That's right, I had to fix this because I was moving things around. Yay! Rellana! I think we made good progress on her. Where the heck is this sketch for this? So I can put it away. Oh, here it is. Put this. Maybe I'll actually move them down here. Sometimes like to leave a little bit of the sketch underneath. need to erase a bunch. It's supposed to be underneath. Underneath her. With the snake holding her up. I'm so glad we got Rellana's armor drawn in, oh my gosh. That was like one of the things I was dreading, was just getting progress on that. But we did it! Okay, and then where's the highlights? Gotta erase this too. Yeah, I have two big goats named Nutmeg and Cinnamon. That's so cute, Valkyrie. They keep my blackberries down. I don't mow as a rule. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, you have blackberries too? Oh, I wish we had some. We have blueberries in my yard, but I would love to have blackberries. They're like my favorite. My auntie's house up north of the country, they used to have, they probably still do, but it's just like the house is like currently abandoned after they passed away a long time ago. But I just remember when we were kids, we used to always like pick like wild like blueberries and raspberries and blackberries, and it was so much fun because they would be like growing on the edge of like the woods. And that was like a really fun thing that we used to do together with them, with my brothers and stuff. I actually find drawing chains and braids somewhat soothing. Oh, really? I can see maybe with braids, but I find chains super scary. I feel like it's really easy to make it look stiff if it's like going in like a curved like shape, so I was a bit nervous back there trying to draw them. Oh my god, I can't believe we made so much progress on Rellana. Let me see, I gotta erase some of her leg. Anything else on this? It's always like trying to scramble to find the layers on my drawings. To find this layer that has like these red highlights, and I don't know where they're at. Huh. Oh well, I'll probably find them in my own time. Yeah, it's already late. It's already 1 AM. I really wish that the progress, the first hour and a half progress showing Thiollier and St.Trina was recorded, but freaking Streamlabs apparently lost it and cut off from YouTube. That's okay. Let me go ahead and put the background back on. If I can find it. And maybe we'll also fix this before we end stream. There we go. And then we'll add the flowers back on too. Yay! So this is the updated version of Messmer and Rellana! Let me go ahead and save it. I love picking berries. I still have plenty to pick outside the fence. Aww. I love that for you so much. That's so cool. I really wish we could have some blackberries. But we did have a lot of really good blueberries harvest this year. So I'm pretty happy our blueberry's doing pretty well, because we used to have a really nice one at our old house, and then we ended up moving, and then we came here. The first blueberry bush we had, it did well and then ended up dying, but then our current one has gotten pretty big. Like, there's actually one branch on it that is like, I feel like 3 feet taller than the rest of it, and that branch goes all the way about like 7 feet, I feel like. It's just crazy looking. Yay! Thank you, Money! But yeah, here is Messmer and Rellana's updated piece. I'm so glad we actually got to get the rest of Rellana's armor on. I feel like that's definitely the most daunting of the piece. It's just like getting her armor to look accurate and stuff like that. Especially with how like long her body is. Like both her and Messmer have like very elongated bodies, so it's like trying to make sure that they're like model kind of accurate and also like as close as possible with the armor. The hardest part about this is probably gonna be Messmer's snakes next, because trying to do the details on that. But besides that, I feel like it won't be too much like difficult. maybe if I try to do like the flowers at one point, if I want to do them more detailed, that might be a little bit harder. But as far as like Messmer and Rellana themselves, I feel like they're in a really good spot right now as far as getting closer to a final version. And I could have done it without streaming it on here, so thank you everyone for watching both the previous stream for this and this one tonight. Let's go ahead and also bring up Thiollier and St.Trina. So there we go. Here is Thiollier and St.Trina that we did at the beginning of the stream. Again, I'm bummed that I didn't have like the majority of it recorded as far as like drawing it goes. But at least I got to do the coloring process for y'all to see on stream. I feel like the glow really brought St.Trina to life. So I'm pretty happy with that, how that turned out. And I might post like 2 versions. I might post like the version with color and just the one with the lines, 'cause I did like the line sketch as well. But I'm pretty happy with like what we were able to accomplish tonight, because again, I felt so sick today. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to stream. So to be able to at least draw this pretty nice sketch of these two, as well as finishing basically drawing like Rellana's armor, makes me pretty happy. Oh my goodness. Let's go ahead and go over the schedule again once more before we head out. So today we finished our art stream, and actually let me switch the music since we're in the outro now. Alright, like I said, we finished the art stream tonight, drawing more DLC art, and on Saturday we will be back here to do the finale, hopefully, of Shadow of the Erdtree from part 14. We'll be fighting Mikla and Radon. Since we already encountered them, we might actually do some like last minute leveling up with fighting some dragon bosses we missed beforehand, and maybe a little bit exploration, just so it's not only just the boss fight for the finale, but we'll basically be focusing on the final boss for at least like probably like the last half, I feel like, of the stream, because it's a pretty difficult boss, even with like summoning NPCs and like spirit ashes. So I might end up having to do some co-op possibly if we have to. But again, thank you everyone for watching, whether live or on the VOD. I hope you all enjoyed this stream tonight. I'm really grateful that I was able to share this time with y'all and make progress on my art, and even like feel a lot better because my health was just like awful today. I'll see you guys again on Saturday, and I hope you guys have a good night or a good morning wherever you are. This has been Tamas Le Fey, and I will see you all later. Let's go ahead and look at the others again one more time. With Rellana and Messmer. Oh, what happened? Oh no! Why did the video cut out? Oh, I think I closed it. Oh no, hold on. Come back! We're supposed to be doing the outro. Oh no. I probably should have just gone ahead and edited it. Hold on. Oh my gosh! It disappeared! Never mind! We won't get to look at the preview again. We'll just close out with the schedule then. Thank you everyone! Thank you so much for showing up even after all the mess ups with the stream earlier. Again, have a good night or good morning. Bye!